Hello and welcome to this episode of Dread Captures, the ultimate destination for those who seek the thrill of witnessing the unexplained. Trail cameras, security cameras, and other recording devices can capture events that occur when no one is around. Our team of experts scours the internet and beyond to bring you the latest and greatest in the world of wildlife and the unknown. So whether you're a seasoned cryptozoologist, a veteran hunter, or just a curious viewer, buckle up and get ready for an adventure like no other. Now, let's get into the captures. This is an amazing camera capture here. You can see a bald eagle swimming in this little lagoon. The cameraman said he swooped in and caught something in the water and is trying to pull it out. As the video continues, a bystander comments that he thinks he might be stuck. Another says it's like he's fighting with something under the water that might be trying to get his meal. Well, we have a winner. There it is. You see the alligator that just popped his head up near the white feathers? Watch this. We see as the eagle is still trying to drag his meal through the water to land. But the gator has turned his sights on the bird. In the original video, you can hear people yelling for the bird, "Go, go, go, let go of whatever you're holding." It seems as if the eagle is going to make it to land, but he's still dragging his prey. As the video cuts off, I'll just say it did not end as we were all hoping. Anyhow, this could be a very good lesson in losing a battle to win a war. This is a very, very cool story here. A few days ago, a woman named Iris was out on a ride and stumbled upon a spot where all the pine needles had been scratched up underneath a pine tree. She says she has seen this before, and it's usually one of two things. Either a flock of wild turkeys scratching for something to eat, or a bobcat or mountain lion has made a kill and covered it up with the pine needles. After a bit of searching, Iris was able to spot a bit of fur sticking out from the big mound in the middle of the needles, and it was a lot bigger than what she's seen before. Upon closer inspection, armed with bear mace and her dogs by her side, Iris realized that this was covering an entire elk, not just a deer as she suspected. So whatever the predator, it was big enough to take down an elk. Iris had an idea to set up a trail camera to see what she could capture, see which animals were coming to feed on the carcass. A few days later, she came to retrieve the footage. It turns out 3 mountain lions had feasted on the elk, leaving little more than bones and fur. It's amazing how fast they finished that thing off. The camera footage here is really cool. Watch this. Were you guys able to spot the second lion? Keep watching. These lions look young to me. Maybe they're just on the smaller side. I'm not sure. Overall, this is really just great footage and a cool video. You can see as the lion pulls the carcass from the pine needles. Obviously, I couldn't fit everything into this clip, but I highly recommend you guys go watch the whole video from Iris's channel. It is awesome. And furthermore, let me know if you guys have ever seen anything like this through your time in the woods. Another viewer submission from Candace in New Hampshire. This unsettling image was captured at 3:22 in the morning, deep in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains. Locals have dubbed this enigmatic figure the Phantom Hiker, and his eerie backstory is the stuff of legends. The story begins in the small secluded town of Whispering Pines. Life there is peaceful, but as with any remote town, there are whispers of unexplained happenings in the woods. One summer, a local hunter named Jeb set up trail cams to monitor the deer population for the upcoming hunting season. Little did he know that his cameras would capture something far more mysterious. On the fateful night of August 13th, Jeb's trail cam snapped an eerie photo that sent chills down the spine of everyone who saw it. The image depicts a strange, disheveled man standing in the middle of the forest at 3:22 in the morning. His eyes seem dark and dead. His clothes were tattered and weathered. His gaze is fixed directly at the camera as if he's staring into your soul. Local lore has it that this is the ghost of Samuel Harker, a reclusive hermit who vanished without a trace in the late 1800s. His body was never found, and the townspeople of Whispering Pines have long believed that his restless spirit still wanders the forest. Some claim that the phantom hiker is an omen of bad luck or even death, while others insist that he's merely a lost soul, seeking his way back to the land of the living. Since Jeb's initial encounter with the phantom hiker, several other locals have reported sightings of this mysterious figure. People have described hearing eerie whispers in the woods, and some have even claimed to see the ghostly figure following them at a distance. So what do you guys think of Candace's photo? Is the phantom hiker a lost spirit doomed to wandering the woods for eternity? Or is there a more sinister explanation behind his ghostly appearances? Let me know your thoughts. Almost everyone would fear for a horse if he was surrounded by a pack of wolves. But in our next clip, you might be surprised at what happens. Footage taken in northern Italy shows that exact scene, but what happens next is perplexing. The horse doesn't run. Instead, he just lays down in the snow, which I think we can all agree is very strange behavior. But what might be even stranger is that of the wolves' behavior. The wolves aren't aggressive. They never mount an attack. An area expert explains that this pack of wolves are very unfamiliar with horses, wild or domestic. On top of that, they actually have no known prey that comes anywhere near the size of this horse. So basically, the pack was uncertain on what to do with the horse. So they just left it alone. Completely uncharted territory for these guys. This is just a really cool video to me. It just goes to show how animals can react in unpredictable ways, especially when they're in unfamiliar situations. Great footage here. In 1986, the number 4 reactor in the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, located in the city of Pripyat in the former Soviet Union, suddenly exploded in a routine safety test. This explosion released a massive amount of radioactive material into the atmosphere. The explosion resulted in a significant loss of life and widespread contamination of the surrounding area, and its effects are still being felt today. The area around the plant remains uninhabitable, and a large-scale cleanup effort is still ongoing. Wildlife was majorly affected, and all but the strongest species died. The radiation is responsible for many birth defects and mutations. And if you remember a couple videos ago, I posted a clip of a headless moose running around Chernobyl. There are said to be some very interesting, creepy, peculiar creatures that have come out of this Chernobyl explosion. The very interesting channel Encountering Wildlife has acquired a picture of what many are calling a hybrid werewolf. It looks very eerily similar to the DOGMAN that we all know from the cryptid world. It is said that the animal is suffering from intense radiation contamination and is very elusive. This rare picture has been disputed as being fake. But what do you guys think? Naysayers have speculated that if anything, this creature is just a very sick mutant wolf, and in no way a type of cryptid. I don't know, it looks pretty creepy to me. But I'll let you be the judge. I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts. This is something that I've thought about a lot. Read that stat and watch this clip. It's absolutely unbelievable. I knew cats were quick, just like everybody else does, but I thought keen senses had a lot to do with them escaping harm. Not so much their physical capabilities. As you can see, the snake gets inches from the cat's face before he strikes. Not only does the cat not get bitten, he didn't just dodge the snake. He weaved and then caught it with a right hook and sent the snake in the other direction. I honestly couldn't be more impressed. Watch this next clip to see another cat in action. As the video starts, you can see the two in question checking each other out. The cameraman slips the video into slow-mo right before the snake strikes. Incredible. Like the cat before, this cat is able to avoid the snake's fangs by centimeters. Let's watch it again. Watch the cat's legs. He just goes straight up. There is no wasted movement. And of course he lands on his feet. The cat was so nonchalant about this whole encounter. Again, cats are just very impressive in this aspect. Our next clip in an unknown location, we see a group of wild horses just grazing the wetland grasses. We also see a massive alligator nearby. Well, the herd leader is sick of this guy just lurking around. Even if the alligator has no chance to catch these horses on dry ground, the beautiful black horse wants him gone. Black Beauty heads over and fires off a few warning stomps. And the gator does a little shuffle to get going. The horse, feeling pretty confident I'd imagine, goes over again to stomp the gator with his hooves. This time, it almost ends in disaster. Look as the gator arches up and bites the horse's front leg. Wow. It is a true testament to the power of both of these animals. It was impressive the horse was able to pull himself away. But I'll say this, if the gator had been able to grab a body part with a little more meat on it that would have helped him sink his teeth into it, I think it would have been all she wrote for that horse. This next clip, caught on a security camera, shows the brute strength and power of wild boars. Watch closely at this gate. I mean, the boar went right through that thing. It didn't slow him down at all. I mean, I will say the gate looks kind of flimsy, but that guy just powered right through it. A very sad part for many boars is that the loss of natural habitat due to human expansion is driving them into neighborhoods and other areas where they are more likely to encounter humans. This man was lucky to get away. As you can see here, hikers are trapped on a log after being confronted by a wild boar while on a hike. They got extremely lucky that this tree was here, and due to the hooves of the boar, this is about the only place he can't get them. Boars are extremely territorial and will stop at nothing to get you out of their space. And researchers have even said, boars are just grumpy. They're mean. Experts also said that boars may be more irritable because of internal discomfort. They are known to carry many parasites, germs, and infections. Here we see a PO'd boar in a suburban city making a mess of this gas station. I mentioned they were territorial, but this isn't even their territory. So either they're scared or they really are just mean. Nevertheless, be very careful if you ever encounter a wild boar. Here is a video submission taken from a Virginia home that shows some very strange linear lights moving through the night. They seem to be going at a high rate of speed. I was pretty surprised when I got this video because I actually hadn't seen this before. After I did some digging, it's not aliens. It's Starlink, which is a satellite internet constellation operated by SpaceX. It provides satellite internet access coverage to over 53 countries. It is also aiming for global mobile phone service after 2023. There are dozens of videos of this online, and it apparently is very common. Anyhow, I am very appreciative of the video, and it caught me off guard as well. This is more of a funny video than one to take serious. A lady in a park spotted what she thought was a very frightening and incredible sight. A mutant deer with 2 heads attached to one body. This video actually went viral, Many people believed it to be a two-headed deer. I wasn't at the park that day, but I'm going with this being an optical illusion. It's really cool though. A trail camera in an undisclosed location picked up movement from a very strange animal in the woods. Only one photo was taken and the creature's snout is missing from the picture, which might have been able to help us identify it. In my opinion, the color of the fur is unlike most forest living animals, and if you remove the head from the picture, the fur looks like that of a sheep or maybe even a younger type of animal whose fur hasn't grown in fully. I can't make out what this animal could be, and it's hard to make out the size of it. It looks large, which definitely doesn't fit the description of any animal I'm aware of. If it is a smaller rodent type, then that would be more understandable. Anyhow, interested in what you guys think of this creature. What could it be? Or could it be a fake altogether? It's hard to say these days.